I never would have thought back in 1973 when I came to work here that 52 years later I'd still be here. I guess you have to wonder why.
Well, of course, my daddy started the company in 1955, so I grew up in it. And a little about my daddy, he got out of high school, he joined the Marine Corps, and he went to Alaska and worked for the Fish and Wildlife Service, and that was before Alaska was a state. And he came down to the University of Georgia, which was new to him because he was from Virginia, and got interested in the treated lumber business while he was in forestry school. And he always told me that he picked Thompson, Georgia, or Deering, Georgia, which is where the original plant was, off a map because it was a perfect location for southern pine production and treated markets. However, I'm inclined to think that he was dating my mother at the time, and she lived in Augusta. It was only 25 miles away, and that's how Deering got picked.
I started here in 1973. As the years rolled by, one of the things that Dixie/Hoover recognized was that fire retardants had a great potential for the marketplace, and they began to develop the product itself and then the uses in the building codes, applications in the building codes for the product. So they grew the fire retardant markets.
One of our core values is serving our customers. And it starts with listening to our customers, prioritizing their needs, and helping to deliver solutions that will make their projects safer and more efficient.
In this industry, handshakes mean a lot. And when Hoover tells you they're going to do something, they do it.
So Hoover Treated Wood Products is currently undergoing a digital transformation process with a focus on one of our key values: serve each other, serve our customers. And our implementation of several new systems will allow Hoover to have access to better information, including real-time data, along with better collaboration tools and with a focus on serving our customers.
At Hoover, we know we can't rest on our laurels. We honestly believe that we have the finest FRT products in the marketplace, but that's today, and we always have to look to the future. Hoover invests in the education of its employees, and we continually work hard, do research and development, and all the testing to make sure the next generation of pyro-guard exterior fire X are even better than the ones you have today.
My role of protecting people where they live and work really boils down to creating these standards that are adopted by communities to help protect their citizens. We can write all sorts of standards, and the provisions for those standards can be promulgated in the codes. So it's the communities protecting their people through our code provisions and our product with those code provisions that really demonstrates how we are helping to protect communities and people where they live and work.
You know, we're in your environment. A lot of times you can't see it because it's covered up with gypsum board or something else, but it's back in there making your building safer, and it works 24 hours a day, even though you can't see it. 7 days a week, we have fire protection in our building. So really, this company is something else, that here we have a product, wood, that we can use in lieu of non-combustible construction. It makes our building safer. I find architects like wood because of carbon sequestration. I just see that it's got nowhere to go but up.
We look at things that happen in the news. If you think about the terrible fires out in California recently, we want to be part of trying to prevent those kind of things from happening in the future. What can we do to help with those type of things? So not only do we have good products that we've developed in the past, but we're looking to the future. And how can we be part of the future opportunities that are out there, and how can we be part of the future providing better life safety through pyro-guard or other fire-retardant treated products that we might develop.
So we think of wood clumsily as maybe a material that we can build a workbench out of. But we really don't think about building a massive warehouse out of wood. Or for that matter, utilizing fire-retardant treated wood, where we can not only build the structure to one of the code provisions, but also if we're taking advantage of insurance provisions that classify that structure maybe as a non-combustible type of structure or a slow-burning structure that gives it similar insurance premiums to steel and concrete. Those are exciting things. So to help people tie together this concept of the tree in their backyard that is actually sequestering carbon, taking the sun, and now moving it into a construction material that can be around for generations is just a super message that I'm very excited about.
Over the last 70 years, Hoover's legacy is built on a foundation of technical expertise and continuous improvement in the fire retardant industry. And we're just getting started. As building codes evolve and fire safety remains a critical focus for Hoover, we will continue to lead the way in education and new product development to ensure that we're meeting the demands of the marketplace and our customers. We've been entrusted with some of the largest and most important building projects in the United States. Whether it's a presidential library, large football stadiums, or even the world's largest data center, Hoover's entrusted to ensure that fire safety is at the forefront of all these facilities.
I think that what I found was that the culture, the diversity, the abilities to provide a good work environment, the freedom that I've been given over the years to innovate, the drive of Hoover with its intent and purpose have been incredibly important to me. I look forward to seeing Hoover grow. I hope to continue to be a part of it for many years and expect that Hoover will be here for another 70 years and probably many years thereafter.